It's no secret that Outer Banks restaurants are among the best on the East Coast. Whether you want locally steamed oysters, grilled tuna, or mouth-watering classics like shrimp and grits or Carolina barbecue, your taste buds will be satisfied.
Today we're featuring a restaurant that people go nuts for. Ride by any day of the week except Mondays and you'll find a line out the door.
They won 3 awards in the Outer Banks Chowder Cook-Off and 2 in the Outer Banks Taste of the Beach.
That's right, one was for presentation of food and the other was for best in show.
We are talking about everyone's go-to restaurant, Mama Kwans.
The owner of this little gem is Kevin Cherry. Kevin, thank you so much for having us today. I know people are dying to know, where did the name Mama Kwans come from?
My business partner, Kwan, he and I were roommates back in the early or mid 1990s. His mother used to come down from Virginia Beach and bring us food, and because we were both starving bartenders. And so she would come down and bring all these amazing creations. And I told Kwan, I was like, man, this is the best food I've ever had in my life. And he goes, I just grew up with this stuff. And I went, well, this is a little bit more than most American folks have ever had. This is really amazing food. I said, if we ever open a restaurant, this is what we're going to do. This stuff right here.
Wow, yummy.
Yeah.
So that's what you're doing right now.
And that's what we're doing now. It's Mama Kwans recipes. And so she used to have this one red sauce we still use that she poured on stuff, and it was like Mama Kwan's red sauce. And it was just amazing, and that was how the Mama Kwan name came from. Actually came from me, not from Kwan. Yeah. And we were not even sure if she ever understood the concept of the whole Mama Kwans, but again,
I love it. Yeah. That's pretty awesome. I know you went to acting school and opened several restaurants on the Outer Banks. So what's the transition there, and what made you want to own a restaurant?
Well, I started in restaurants in 1984 up in Virginia, and then moved down here in 1988. And I worked at a few restaurants down here, and I really enjoyed the restaurant business. But I really wanted to be an actor as well, so I went to New York City in 1990 and stayed till 96, and realized that acting is fun, but it doesn't pay the bills, and actors don't eat as well as restaurant owners. Moved back down here in 1996, and then Kwan and I were bartenders over at a place called Quagmire's, and we became friends and then roommates, and then decided we needed to do something for ourselves, and so we came up with the concept of Mama Kwans, using his mom's recipes.
Yep.
And we found a piece of property that we bought, and kind of the rest is history from there.
Yeah, well, you're doing really well.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's very enjoyable because we have a really good local following. You know, our fish tacos are well known on the Outer Banks. We sell 24,000 pounds of fish every year just in fish tacos.
Wow.
And our Hawaiian pork plate is still the recipe that Kwan's mom gave us back 23 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, we love to travel, and you never see like the combinations that you guys have. It's very different and really good.
Well, thank you. Our special occasion pasta is also something very unique, which is a penne pasta, and it's got the soy with the cream sauce, and then they saute it up and reduce it down. And it's one of those things that no other restaurant does, and we're proud of that fact because we're trying to do things that are different. When we first opened up, one of my bartenders said, oh, I just went to this restaurant and had their fish tacos, and they're the best fish tacos I've ever had. We should use their stuff. And I went, no, we'll never steal from another restaurant around here to use their items. We're going to do our thing, and I'll go broke before I steal from someone local. We're so blessed at being able to have the restaurant the way it is. We have 75 seats to make this whole thing work, and that's not very many seats.
Right.
But we have the smallest kitchen on the Outer Banks.
Oh, wow.
It's talking about challenges. We have one of the smallest kitchens for a restaurant that's supporting this many seats.
Oh.
So we have to prep early in the morning. We get deliveries early. We start prepping early, and then we get ready for lunch service. And then in between lunch and dinner, we have to try to prep around while we're still cooking, and then going right into dinner service.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's important, systems. And I think that's what obviously you've got to have those systems in place to keep the restaurant doing the business that you're doing, because every time we ride by, lines out the door. I mean, tents,
to the road.
Tents in the
Yes.
summertime with people.
Yeah.
Like, how do you handle that? Like the weight.
Our waits get up to between an hour and a half and 2 hours during the summertime. We're serving somewhere in the neighborhood of between 600 and 700 meals in one day.
Whoa.
And that's with 75 seats.
Out of the
which-
kitchen.
Out of
Whoa.
the kitchen, that's 210 square foot.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah, that says
that's probably
a lot.
as large as your walk-in closet.
Yeah. No, you're okay.
And that's the full kitchen with the dishwasher, the whole 9 yards is 210 square foot. So we've learned how to really maximize every square inch of this building in order to facilitate those type of numbers. And as far as dealing with people, we're texting people, we're using our cell phones,
Okay.
we're trying to find new apps in order to, set up our wait times and things of that nature.
Because you don't take reservations.
We do not take
Yeah, yeah,
reservations. It's first come, first serve.
Well, thank you for having us here today. We
Thank
really
you so
appreciate
much.
it.
My pleasure.
And we can't wait to meet the person creating these dishes from Mama
No
Kwan.
problem. We'll get you back there and introduce you to Mike McGee and Victor Carranza.
So now we're in the kitchen, obviously, and what was it, 200 and how many square feet kitchen? Small.
One of the smallest on the island.
We're with Mike McGee, the chef, and who's your team?
Jose and Victor.
Okay, great. And this is all your team when you're prep at lunch, dinner, everything. Wow.
But we run a
Guys are busy.
three-man line.
Yeah. Well, how long have you been in the business, and how'd you get here?
I've been in the business almost 30 years. I went to culinary school in Vermont, New England Culinary. I worked in New York, Chicago, Richmond, and then I ended up coming down here about 4 years ago. And I've been at Mama Kwans for over a year now.
Awesome. And what do you like about being here versus other restaurants? What's some different challenges?
It's a grind. We put out a lot of food every day, but this is one of the places that I'm really proud of the food that we put out. The fish tacos, our pork plate, and the specials that we get to run. It's all fresh. We go down to the harbor to pick up the fish.
Oh, awesome.
So.
And then you guys have been here quite a while. Jose, Victor. Victor, how long have you been here?
21 years.
Wow. And the restaurant's been open 23 years. So, Victor, how'd you get here? That story you were telling before.
I was walking on the street and Kwan say, hey, let's go work. And I started working.
Awesome.
I never cooked,
Oh my gosh.
just washing dishes.
And now you're like
No.
getting the food out.
Yes,
No,
sir.
he's in charge of all the prep. He makes sure that
in charge of the prep.
He makes sure
You've
we have
come a
everything
long
we
way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. And Jose, you've been here how many years again?
But it made 2 years.
Oh, how many? 20. Oh,
2
two.
years,
Two. Okay, all
The
right.
younger ones.
Okay, yeah. Well, and what's y'all's favorite dishes?
I would have to say the pork plate.
Pork.
For me, the garbage with tuna.
Oh yeah, I love that. Oh yeah.
So I want to like nachos.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nachos.
And
we've started working on some smoked items. So I've started smoking a brisket, and it became popular enough that we have it every Tuesday as a chopped brisket sandwich.
yeah, I was going to ask you. Your specials. How do you decide your specials?
Whatever's fresh. We get an email every day about the fish that we can get in, and then just playing around with the smoker and trying to create items that people like.
Awesome. And have any of those dishes become main dishes, like that actually make the menu? These specials, or? No?
I think the brisket, and then today we're running a pad thai. So we do pad thai Thursdays now.
Oh, okay.
So it's a regular pad thai, and you can add any of the proteins: tuna, chicken, shrimp, an egg.
I just love your fresh mentality, and you get it every day. And how many again fish tacos do you go through, or fish do you?
We went through 24,000 pounds of mahi.
Wow, that is just crazy. And this little kitchen, they grind out that much food, and you guys do an awesome job waiting lines for hours. Thank you for having us. I know you're busy, so we appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Hey guys, we're here with the bar manager Emily Turner and the chef Mike McGee, and we're just having a few drinks. Emily has done a great job creating a local following and a very good job of just getting people here for the cocktails. They love the cocktails. So Emily, share with us what we're drinking today and what people love.
Okay, so we have our two most famous signature cocktails right here. The Bushwhacker first. Rum, Bailey's Kahlua, Amaretto, Coco Lopez, half and half. ice and nutmeg on top. A delicious concoction.
Yummy.
And then our second most popular would be the Kill Devil Rum Mai Tai. Light and dark local Kill Devil rum with orange juice, pineapple juice, orgeat syrup, Grand Gala, a grenadine sinker, and a Kraken rum floater with a pineapple garnish.
Good job.
And the ladies are having our special today, which is the Kill Devil Honey Pecan and
Very
apple
good.
cider with a Demerara sugar rim.
Oh, yay. And it's very yummy. And so what's your favorite drink?
I love the Bushwhacker, but
Yes.
I love the Christmas cocktails as well that we will be.
We can't wait to share the Christmas. They're pretty cool. Cheers.
Thanks for joining us at this week's Outer Banks Hotspot, Mama Kwans.
If you want more information or 411 on the OBX, join and like. Subscribe. Do it all.